We got some big weather to talk about.
We do have some big weather. We have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to jump right into this. We'll get you guys started with a look at this time lapse from Black Desert. Shows that moisture pushing in as we get into the afternoon and the day with some rain showers. You saw it there on the lens. Right now, this is a live view from Bryce Canyon City. You can see the snow is really coming down. This is just outside of Ruby's Inn. As we take a look at the forewarned radar, you're going to see it has pushed up into the north as well. But first, we're going to bring it down to southern Utah. If you just look at the radar alone, you're going to think that Washington County is the only place with rain, but it's snowing so hard that we've lost communication with the radar site in Iron County, and we're relying on radar from Las Vegas, so it's not very reliable. We know that we're seeing snow all the way up into this area. That's where we just saw that live our webcam, all the way up in the southern mountains. Up here in the north, we do have a couple rain showers as well towards Utah County, a little bit towards the Salt Lake Valley, the north end of the Wasatch Front, Cache Valley, and the West Desert, all looking at some rain showers. A couple of snow showers out there as well for the Uintas and the Cottonwoods. This is a live view from the Cottonwoods, Big Cottonwood Canyon, showing a decent amount of snow coming down right now. You do want to be careful if you are traveling through mountain routes or into the canyons. Another thing we need to be careful about when you're driving is the wind. The winds are very gusty right now. We're seeing wind advisories and high wind warnings in effect, gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour for most of us, up to 70 miles an hour in the places in the darker brown. That's where we have the high wind warning. This is in effect until 5 a.m. Tuesday, and that's due to the passing cold front, which brought some serious gusts, 64 miles an hour. That was recorded at the Salt Lake International Airport not too long ago. 55 miles an hour at St. George as that front approached. We have a whole lot of 50s and 40s. The West Desert, which you see there in the brown, those are gusts in the 60 mile an hour range. So very gusty as that front has been approaching. And that front hasn't passed just yet. We still have a very strong southerly flow, which is bringing that warm air up into northern Utah, which is why we're sitting in the mid 50s along the Wasatch Front, while St. George is at 45 degrees. The cold front has already passed Washington County, but we're still dealing with the southerly winds keeping us warm. That's the warm before the storm, though, folks. This is our winter weather advisory map. You're going to see that we have them in effect for the Central Mountains, the Wasatch Plateau and Book Cliffs, Eastern Uintas, and the La Salle and Abajos. 8 to 12 inches is going to be possible while this is in effect, expiring 5 a.m. Thursday. We also have winter storm warnings for the northern mountains, the Wasatch Back, and the southern mountains. The southern mountains expires a little bit earlier at 5 p.m. tomorrow. We're looking at about 8 to 18 inches across the southern mountains, but Bryan Head and the Tushers could get 2 to 3 feet. Up here in the north, most places will get 1 to 2 feet, but the upper Cottonwoods and the Bear River Range could get 2 to 3 feet, possibly even more than that if we get lucky. And we'll see it in some valleys as well. The Wasatch Front getting 2 to 5 inches of snow, 5 to 10 inches possible for Cache Valley. The benches will be under the snow level for most of the storm, so half a foot to a foot is possible there. And the Wasatch Back getting 8 to 16 inches by Friday. Our future cast shows that cold front continuing to push on through the night. We start to see dropping snow levels, but you notice some splotches of green. We will still have some valley rain as we get into the morning. It'll be more of a rain-snow mix throughout the day. More isolated showers as we get through Tuesday afternoon. Valley rain, mountain snow, or I should say valley rain-snow mix. But then as we get into Wednesday night, we get a reinforcing cold front, bringing even colder temperatures. And this is a very well-defined cold front that's going to provide a lot of instability. And you see this line of dark blue, that is a snow squall that it is forecasting Wednesday morning. So periods of very low visibility, very strong winds. We're going to be very careful Wednesday morning. Clears out a little bit as we get into Thursday morning, but then yet another storm starts to move on in, bringing even more active weather as we get into your Friday. All this extra snow is going to lend itself to avalanche risk. We do have avalanche watch in effect until 6 a.m. Tuesday, but it's very likely that it's going to be extended throughout the week and upgraded to an avalanche warning. As for tomorrow, cooler temperatures than today with 40s on deck for most of us and very soggy conditions. 54 degrees in St. George with rain showers on deck and snow showers on Wednesday. It'll mostly be rain, but we could get a couple of snowflakes squeezed in there in Washington County. Slight chance on Thursday, and then that wet weather potential picks back up on Friday. We start to warm back up to the 50s next weekend. The Wasatch Front has a rain-snow mix for tomorrow. Straight snow on Wednesday, periods of heavy snow. Again, that is the day where we could see a snow squall, so keep your eyes to the skies then. Snow flurries on Thursday, snow showers on Friday. Temperatures cooling into the 30s, and eventually we clear on out for the weekend, warming back up to the 40s and 50s.
You had me at snow squall.